Hi chaps, got Xavier Bartlett here, just coming off 55 in the winning runs. Who wants to go first? Yeah, Z.
X. Can we call you X? Everyone's calling you.
Yeah.
Z from MLC Talk Show on Willow TV and 1709 Cricket. When you came into the Unicorns, there was a lot of excitement about you as a bowler, and we can talk about last night as well. But tonight, if I'm not mistaken, it was your all-time high knock in T20, or one of your highest knocks in T20. I think you hit more sixes tonight than ever before in your career combined, right?
Yeah.
This was just sort of a monster outing. So can you reflect on that a bit? How do you think you pulled it off, right? What were the conditions? What was going on? How did this all come together?
Obviously when I went out there, going out with Corey at the other end, experienced head, we just had a conversation, and that over when Bracewell bowled, right arm off spinner, short boundary, I thought that was sort of my match up to try and take on, and lucky enough got a few out of the middle, and I think that sort of kick-started the innings, and then we just kept saying try and get a boundary and over, and then just rotate the strike from there, and then when Harris came in, credit to him to get me back on strike, and even the free hit here for 4 as well goes a long way to us winning the game tonight, which is really pleasing again to go 3 from 3 in the Bay Area.
Yeah, mate.
So congratulations firstly on your knock and the win. I want to ask you something on the side. Like, what do you think about the fans here? They've stood for you guys. It's a relatively new thing for them to come into the home ground here, but they're waiting here. It's super cold outside. They waited for you guys. And it was electric for me too. I was in the crowd as well. How do you want to? What message do you have for them? And second is like, could you hear all of that noise echoing in the stadium while you were playing? Everybody's cheering for you. It's really late in the night. Still, everybody waited on a Sunday night to see you guys win. What's your feeling about it?
Yeah, the fans are unbelievable. We had our fan day last weekend, and there was hundreds of people there, if not 1,000 people there. So to see that sort of support, and then for all of our 3 games here, you just see orange out in the field. It's it's been an amazing sort of thing to come into. My first time playing in the MLC, and they always talk about the Unicorns fans being the best fans, and you saw tonight, I guess, as well throughout the weekend to see the support that we have, and it's been really pleasing for someone coming in and. Just to see the how much cricket in America can grow and where it can go from, especially the San Francisco Unicorns, and hope there's many more games at Oakland Coliseum in the years to come.
Smith Patel from Crick Buzz. So you've played in the IPL like just last month or so. How much confidence do you gather from playing one of the best tournaments in the world under Ricky Ponting, and carrying that momentum, carrying that performance into MLC as well now? And a quick comment on your batting as well. It's been coming leaps and bounds. I mean, been following your career. But do you see yourself taking a much larger role from here on in your career, and sort of talking with the management, and sort of getting a bit a notch higher in the batting order?
Hopefully I'm not required up the order. But, I think, the IPL was a great experience, like you said, probably the marquee competition around the world for T20, and, to work with Ricky Ponting especially, and Shreyas Iyer was our captain over there, and, their sort of leadership as well, and just sort of, the way they sort of carried themselves, and, how much time they gave for me, especially Ricky with my batting. I had one session with him, and I thought, that was something that, I still really, took into my batting tonight and the last couple of weeks in the IPL. So, that was an amazing opportunity to get over there and rub shoulders with some of the best players in the world. And, with my batting, I just try and, work on it as much as I can, and try and add some value down the order, and lucky enough it came off tonight.
Just a quick thought. Can you talk more on that session with Ricky, that net betting session with Ricky, how it widened your horizons, or how much did it help? A bit more details on that, please.
It was obviously something really simple that he just said about trying to get my hands up and not sort of going down through the ball, have to pick him back up. But you know, something so simple like that, yeah, really helped me. And yeah, lucky enough that it showed tonight. But yeah, I guess that was one of the things that I really took from the IPL, as well as all the stuff that I learnt bowling as well.
See?
You know, one thing that was interesting about this match was, even though you won in convincing fashion, right, storybook fashion, you hit a 6 at the end to sort of put it away. The game was sort of back and forth, and if you look at the win probability, you know, San Francisco was below 50 multiple times late in the game. And one of the turning points was the Trent Boult over, right, the 17th over, where it was his last over, could have gone either way, right, had he taken a wicket or two. What was going through your head, and take me through kind of, you know, what you and Harris were talking about, how you were planning to get through that over, and then how did you actually sort of end up pulling off 16 runs off of it?
Yeah, great question. Don't know how I pulled off 16 runs against a bowler like Trent Boult. You know, he's world class bowler, has been for 15 years. You know, dominates every single competition that he plays in. But yeah, Harris and I both spoke out there. You know, that for me was the short end, to try and take that on and just get in a strong position. And yeah, lucky enough I got some. He could have cleaned me up that first ball, so lucky it just bounced a little bit.
Yeah, last one.
So, the match was great, but one of the parts that came in, it was Hassan Khan and his innings. How crucial was that innings? I know the name is being thrown around as he's the domestic cheat code for you guys. Can you give a few thoughts about his innings and how much that he brings to the team?
Yeah, I think you just said it there, how much he brings to the team. You know, bat, ball, field. I think he'd be close to our leading wicket taker, maybe just behind Harris. But you know, just the sort of calmness that he brings throughout his bowling, and you know, the way he fields and he bats as well. You know, tonight was obviously, like you said, probably the turning point in the game. Him coming out, I think he got 40 off 15 balls or something like that, and just sort of gave us the momentum to sort of like where we had those little lulls in the game, because he struck it, you know, 250, sort of got us ahead of the run rate. And yeah, I think, like you said, he's the domestic cheat code, so hopefully he's going to be an important player for us going forward, and yeah, hopefully his form continues.
So thanks everyone, see you in Dallas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Ta. Cheers.